Good morning, everybody. I hope that your week so far has been good. So, I just wanted to talk real quick about God's approval on everything that happens in your life. And if it's happening in your life, it's because God approved it, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it feels good, whether it hurts. We really do give the devil way too much credit. Something bad in our life will happen and we'll say, oh, that's just the devil. It very well might have been, but what we have to remember as well is that the Bible says that the devil has come to me asking to sift you as wheat. And God, when the devil comes to him saying, I want to mess with this person, or I need to do this, the devil always has to get approval from God to do anything in your life. So when people get upset and they're like, oh, it's just the devil. Well, it might be the devil messing with your life, but he still had to get permission from God to do it. I know one thing that I had to learn the hard way is that the devil can bless you just like God can. He really can. And for a long time, I got frustrated about that. And I had a really bad idea of that. And it was like, what do you mean the devil can bless me just like God? Until I realized that it might come through Satan. So you may be praying for something that you don't need, and he may make it happen, and you'll think, oh, that was God. And then down the road, it'll begin to kind of breed destruction in your life, and you get mad at God, and you're like, oh my God, I thought you were blessing me. Well, the truth is that he is. Even in the bad things in your life, God is blessing you. Most of the things that have grown me or maybe taught me lessons in my life were things that came from horrible circumstances, and a lot of times they came from the devil. If you read, I believe it's 2 Corinthians chapter 12, where Paul is saying that the devil sent a thorn in his side, but that it still came from God. And the reason was because whatever that bad thing in his life was, it came from Satan to do him harm, but God turned it around for good. And so what we've got to realize, and I haven't been putting my thoughts together correctly, but what we have to realize is that when we're going through things, whether they're good, whether they're bad, that it still all has to come through God. And if God couldn't find a purpose in it, if he couldn't find a way to use it, which he's God and he can do any and everything, then it wouldn't be in your life. And so the breakups, the failures, the heartbreaks, the betrayals, all of those things that have happened to you in your life that were bad, God allowed it because he ultimately turned it around for your good. And I know when we hear that, we're like, yeah, right. God uses all things for my good, blah, blah. But this doesn't feel good. Well, it doesn't have to feel good to breed something good in your life. It doesn't have to feel good to birth something good in you. The characteristics that I have now that have made me a stronger person didn't always come from things that felt good in my life. There were things that Satan sent into my life to destroy me. People he sent into my life to take me out, to break my heart enough that it would tear me apart. And God said, well, I'm going to allow it because even though this is going to hurt her, I see that it's going to turn her attention in the right direction, or I see that it's going to send her running to me. And so God will allow horrible things in your life because he can still use them for your good. I had a situation last year where the devil blessed me, and I swore up and down I thought it was God because it was just too good not to be God. And then when it began to fall apart, I was so frustrated because I was like, God, why would you allow something in my life that you knew was going to break me so badly? And God said, because look at the good it's doing. You weren't praying. You weren't talking to me. You weren't living for me. You weren't looking for your purpose. But this bad thing that I allowed Satan to do in your life was because I knew what it would do for me. I knew ultimately that this horrible thing that Satan sent into your life to take you out would actually send you running and chasing after me. And so I allowed it not to hurt you, but to build you. And so, yes, Satan can bless you just like God can, but only if God approves it. Satan can mess with your finances. He can send people into your life to destroy you and take you out and talk about you and break you down, but only if God says, I see that it'll do something good for me, so I'll allow it. And he knows that you're strong enough to get through it. God says, as your day is, so is your strength. So whatever comes in to your day, whatever happens to you in that day, God says, I know that I've given them sufficient grace and sufficient strength to deal with it, and it may not feel good and they may not like it, But I know ultimately I could use this for their good. And so the heartbreaks in my life, ultimately God used them for my good because it taught me how to seek Him. It taught me how to walk in discernment. The financial struggles, the bad character flaws, the people that came into my life that used me and abused me, or the people that came into my life and they took from me, or the other broken people I came into contact with, God allowed it because what did He do? It built me up. It taught me how to walk with God. It taught me how to trust God when I had nobody else. People that abandon you, and you all of a sudden wake up one day and it's like all the people that I love that pretended that they love me are gone, and God is saying that's fine because it's about to teach you how to trust me and how to lean and depend on me when you don't have anything else. And so all of those things that happen in your life, you got to know if it's in your life, God approved it. If it's good, God approved it. If it's bad, God approved it, because He can take anything and turn it around for your good. And some of the things that may be happening in your life right now that don't feel so good are always going to work for your good. They're going to build you up. They're going to teach you how to be a stronger person. They're going to teach you how to trust God. They're going to show you new things about yourself that you never even knew. A lot of bad things in my life showed me the good things that were always in me, but I hadn't tapped into them and I didn't know that they were there. So know that anything in your life has come because God has approved it. He has a reason and a plan for it. He's going to take it and turn it around and flip it and do something in your life. It could open up a door for you that you never thought could be open because somebody broke your heart and it isolated you and made you begin to focus on your life and focus on how can I be better. And then you realized and learned some things you never knew, and it pushed you to new limits. So anything in your life has only come into your life because God approved it, and we have to be thankful for those things. I'm in a very stormy season, a season that is tearing me up. But the one thing that I do every day is I get up and say, God, I don't feel happy about it, but I thank you anyway, because what it's going to do in my life is going to be so much bigger than the frustration and the pain and the inconvenience that I feel right now, that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to thank you in advance for how you took this bad thing and turned it around. Because I've seen God take so many horrible things in my life, and we have to be grateful, number one, for everything that comes into our life. And then we have to say that if it's here, God allowed it, so that means it's not going to take me out. It's not going to destroy me. He must have a purpose and a plan for it. And you embrace those things. You embrace your storms. You embrace your good times and your bad times, knowing that if God approved it in your life, that you need it, and He's only going to use it to prosper you.